Hi ukulele group, this lesson we are going to be looking at the 5 chords we have learnt so far. I'm going to be showing you what they look like on a chord chart and then what they look like on the ukulele. So the first thing we talked about was what a chord chart actually was. Now I've covered the other chords, we're just going to have a look at the C. Now a chord chart is basically like a picture of a ukulele on its side. So you can see you've got the bridge, then you've got the frets, and you've also got the strings going down. You can see G, C, E, and A. Now what the dot represents is where your finger goes. So you can see on the C, it is on the A string on the 3rd fret. So that's what I'm going to do now. This is the A string. I'm going to put my finger on the 3rd fret. And in order for that whole chord to come into play, you strum all the strings. And that's a C. Now something that's super important is the finger that I've chosen to use. Now I want you to think of this as a rule when you're playing chords. If there is a note that you need to play in the chord on the 1st fret, you would usually use your 1st finger. For the 2nd fret, if there's a note on the 2nd fret, you would usually use your 2nd and your 3rd and then your 4th. But you're mainly using these 3 fingers. So because the C chord has a note on the 3rd fret, I'm going to use my 3rd finger. And it's going to be a lot easier when we're doing songs and we need to quickly change between chords. That's going to be very beneficial if you're choosing the right finger. So that's a C. Nice simple chord, and it should be your blue chord on your ukulele. Okay, the next chord that we're going to have a look at is the F chord, and that's this guy right here. So you will see that you need to have 2 fingers on this chord. On the G string, you have the finger on the 2nd fret, so that means you're going to use your 2nd finger, and then 1 finger on the E string on the 1st fret. Okay, so I'm going to be using these 2 fingers, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and it looks like that. Now you can see my finger is not touching the C string, because if I do, it'll make a horrible buzzing sound. We don't want that. You want to make sure it's nice and open. Same with the A string. So when you strum that, it should sound like that. Okay, now the next one is the A minor. Now the A minor is very, very close to the F chord. There's just one difference. You'll see that there is a similar note. G on the 2nd fret is on both the F and the A minor, but there is no 2nd finger. So all you have to do for this chord, for the A minor chord, is lift that finger off, and that's your chord there. Now again, my finger is not touching that. It's nice, and it's lifted up like that. Okay, so far we've got C, using my 3rd finger, F, and then A minor. Last chord, second last chord, we are looking at the G. Now the G was the most intricate, tricky chord. I can't see where I am. There we are. G chord right there. Now we said that it looked like a triangle, and the point of the triangle is pointing towards the sound hole in the ukulele. That should be either your green or your white chord on your ukulele if you've got stickers on your chords. And the way I usually remember which fingers go where is I start off by doing the peace sign, and then I flip them, and I put my first 2 fingers on those 2 notes there. Peace sign, and put them there on, like that. Then the pointer, I use my ring finger, and it goes on the 3rd fret on the E string. So there's my triangle there, if you can see it. That's your G chord. So you'll see the picture matches what my fingers are doing. Like that. Okay, and our last chord that we learnt recently is the D chord. Now the D chord uses 3 fingers as well. And the 3 strings that we will be using are all on the 2nd fret. This is the 2nd fret here. So you see you've got finger 2nd fret G string, a finger 2nd fret C string, and a finger 2nd fret on the E string. So your fingers can get quite squished together. But if I can manage, you can manage. You just got to make sure that that A string is nice and open and it's not making a buzzing sound. Now we learned another way of doing the D string if it feels, the D chord, if that feels more comfortable for you. It's by using your thumb. So instead of using these fingers, you can bend your thumb around, press down on those strings, and do it that way. Either way is fine. Whichever way feels comfortable for you is fine. Okay, so those are the chords that we've learnt so far. We are going to be learning more chords as we learn more songs, but these are the notes, the chords that we're going to be using for our next couple of songs. So make sure you're very comfortable moving between these chords. So if you can get someone to call out, give me a C, and then you do that chord. Give me an F, and do that chord and see how quickly you can change. Okay, good luck, and we'll see you next week.